What is up, afternoon inhalers, midnight tokers, and AM hookah smokers? This is the AM Hookah Podcast. I am your host with a very sore throat, Matt. Joining me is the hungover man himself, Adrian. How are you doing this week, my friend?
Man, I wish I could jump on here and be all bubbly and say we're doing awesome, but I'm super hungover. I'm exhausted and sleep deprived because these assholes kept me awake for 3 days in Chicago.
We are
But
gonna
all in all, that was a good thing.
we are gonna be talking all about the Chicago meetup. It's been a crazy time for you guys. I love seeing all the pictures and all the stuff that you guys had going on. I really, really wish that I could have been there. Even my wife gave me a hard time saying that she was willing to send me, but it's just something we sadly couldn't work into the schedule. Getting ready to send my wife and my daughter off to New York. They're gonna be leaving right after the show, so this is gonna be a pretty chill show, relaxed, nothing too crazy or
Mhm.
intently planned or anything like that. But we are gonna be talking a ton about the Chicago meetup. But before we get into all of that, what are you smoking? What do you got going in your bowl? You got some new stuff going on?
The tobacco is not new. No, I've just got some cane mint in the bowl right now. Smoking something cold. But my setup's new. Let's see if I can do this without burning something. I
Uh oh.
think I can.
What is up, J Rock?
Yeah, I probably can. Look at this thing.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
White matte pear. I picked it up at Sky. And then, oh, look at that.
That
That's the
vase.
Lux base.
Oh,
Yeah, so I'm just smoking some cane mint out of the Surrey bowl on the white matte pear with the matching soft touch silicone.
that
God, handle. And the Provost. And it's awesome.
Oh my god, that vase looks absolutely freaking beautiful. I want one so badly. That looks absolutely stunning. I can't even believe it, honestly. Cane Mint is a classic. That's a good one for sure. We have a ton of people already in the chat. Dr. Noob Sauce is here saying that he might not be able to stick around for the whole thing. Hookah Fiend is here as well. We also got Eric. What is going on, Eric? Bopperman24. We got Pots and Pans himself, Mr. B. Lou. We also got Raul. Congratulations, Raul. He's a uncle, it turns out, as of today. I saw Akeem, the super fan, here as well. The hookahologist stopped by to say hello. Yeah, it's just a full house, obviously. But how are you guys doing in the chat? What are you guys smoking in the chat? If you are smoking, there's some people that are, and some people who are waiting to get smoking. Yeah, it's just an absolutely crazy. Adrian, are you wearing a belt today? Is what Dr. Noob Sauce says.
I'm actually contractually obligated to not respond to that in any meaningful way.
I don't even know what that means. I am smoking out of my like smoke because I'm basic. I'm using my Unica bowl. I'm using 3 of the Superior Red Box Coals, and I'm doing an all Azure mix. I got Bermuda Mint because it's amazing. I have Dubai Apple because it is the greatest double apple flavor ever made. I'm telling you right now, it is. And then also Winter Rose. I'm smoking with it, so it's a nice cold bowl. A lot of flavors going on, but it's very, very good. Yeah, man, it's just been crazy. I want to get into talking to you about Chicago, obviously, very, very quickly.
Absolutely, yeah.
But before we do, I got a little bit of news regarding the show. We finally, I thought I heard somebody opening my door. We finally have some merch to go on sale. How exciting is this, Adrian?
Oh my goodness. I love
Yes.
merch.
Yeah, this is super exciting. We finally put up a shirt over at Teespring. You can see it on the screen right now, actually. I'm going to showcase it just a little bit. We got some colors that you can choose from. I think it's a pretty cool little design. It's nothing crazy or outrageous or anything. It's something simple and kind of fun, obviously. Let's see. Hookahologists, I'm packing Fallen Dragon, and now what hookah guess? Oh, it's probably his mob hookah, I'm guessing. David Dewan is here. How's it going, David Dewan?
Mob.
Yeah. Harry Potter butterbeer, Welch cream, orange soda, cane mint out of a blue matte pear. Oh my goodness, those matte pears are everywhere. Adrian, are you?
They're stellar. I love this pipe. So it's my favorite pipe now
Is
that
it?
I own.
Is it
By a
everything?
long shot.
Is it everything that you were hoping for?
It's perfect. I mean, I went in with the intention of purchasing a black one. And then Gregory pulled me to the side. He's like, "Yo, we've got white ones." I'm like, "Yo, are you serious?" Because I assumed they'd be sold the fuck out. I got to hand pick it and the base. I'm very happy with my
Oh,
purchase.
that's still everybody loves those matte pairs. I'd love to get one of these days as well. So this is the shirt. I'm showcasing it in this bluish color right here. There's obviously a pretty wide selection. There's another blue color as well. There's also a black one, And then I didn't know how to do everything on this thing because I'm an idiot. And there's another posting that has like purple and black and gray and an orange. So some other ones as well. This is the front side. The front side just says AM Hookah Podcast, obviously. And then the backside, which I can't figure out how to show off the backside of this for some weird reason. I have no idea why. But the
That's where
backside,
you make the most money, is showing off the backside. So
right?
you should probably figure that one out.
Well, here is the sticker. This is the sticker that you can also purchase as well. And the sticker has what we have on the backside. On the backside, it says, "What's up, afternoon inhalers, midnight tokers, and AM hookah smokers? This is the AM Hookah Podcast." So it has the entire phrase that we do for the show.
Pure, it's cheese all over it.
All over.
It's a good cheese spread.
Well, what else?
I like it. I'm
right?
actually going to put it up for me.
I think they're pretty fun. Obviously you guys don't have to buy it, but it does support the show. It allows us to do some fun stuff that we've been wanting to do for a while. So if you guys are able, go and check it out. I will drop the link in the chat as well as in the description below. So if you guys want to go, what's this? I got an email that's popping up over your face for some reason. If you guys want to, obviously it's there. So Matt, click the other dot. Oh, wait, he's telling me. Oh, there it is. I see it now. There it is. Here's the backside of it. That's what it looks like. It looks, yeah. Thank you so much, Dr. Noob Sauce. He's much more computer savvy than I am. I appreciate that a ton. So yeah, those are available for purchase. Go and check those out. I don't got really anything else to say about those. They just exist and they're there. They're for you guys to, buy if you want to. That's it. That's all I got. So let's go into what the show is going to be completely about. If you guys have questions for Adrian regarding the Chicago meetup, go ahead and drop them in the chat with a question mark at the beginning so we can start talking about them. I want to hear about some new stuff. I want to hear about Fergate. I want to hear about Dark Side. I want to hear about all the excitement. Just what was the most exciting thing that you did over this weekend? Walk us through when you got there and how it started off.
Okay, yeah, a little outline of the weekend. So I was kind of bummed out because all Thursday, I was working, but a lot of the guys from over at Hookah Uni showed up to the Airbnb super early. So they were all hanging out. I'm pretty sure they ate out over at Sky Hookah Lounge. They all had dinner over there, hung out, and I was kind of pissed because I saw some of the photos that were going up and stuff, and I was like, should have taken Thursday off too. But we took off Friday. I think we showed up at the Airbnb at like 6 p.m. Chicago time. Mm-hmm. And then from there, it's a 40-minute drive over to Sky. So I showed up to Sky, and then Chris in the chat said, ask Adrian about the vodka. And I think I just broke down laughing. When I got there, it was good to see everybody. I saw most people for the second time from the last Chicago Hookah meetup. And then I got to meet some people for the first time. What's that guy's name? James Hookah Man from over at Goldie's Hookah Lounge.
Yeah.
And I'm not even going to try to name everyone that I met. It was a big weekend. There were a lot of people there. So hi, everybody, if I've met you there. You know who you are. We drink a lot together. But speaking of vodka, I get there and I sit down and they promptly give me a hookah and food. And, me, my girlfriend, my roommate, we're all there. We're hanging out. And then Chris, Dr. Noob Sauce, breaks out this fucking vodka. And we're playing, I won't get into the schematics of the card game, but long story short, every round you got to pick a card or something.
Is it King's Cup?
If you pick it right, you get to pick who drinks.
Oh, okay.
Long story short, it just kept, and it ended up I drink every time. So I just got drunk really, really fast.
Oh my goodness. Crazy.
And that was awesome, yeah. And then we obviously went back to the Airbnb and kept drinking. And the Airbnb, I should have brought some photos, but I just got back in town like an hour ago because we drove. And when I walked in, I was like, oh, shit. Because there were 20 hookahs or something there. And they were all things I want in my collection. My white mat pair wasn't even the only one. There were 4 white mat pairs in the building at the time.
Goodness.
It was insane. And I don't want to shotgun through the whole thing, but because a few cool things happened.
Well,
there was a lot of drinking and there was a lot of smoking.
Yeah.
There was a lot of food. And the meetup itself was also cool. I'd like to get into that at some point too.
Oh yeah, for sure. It was a 4-hour drive for you, right?
It was supposed to be on the way there. It was a 4-hour drive back, no problem.
Okay.
We've got some construction on 94, so it ended up being 6 hours.
Did you guys manage to get any proper 12 whiskey for the flight? Bopperman is asking if they got whiskey for the flight, I guess. I don't know what that's about. So the actual meetup was it Friday night or Saturday night? Which one of those nights?
Saturday night.
Saturday night. Okay, so Friday night was just party, and also a lot of people hung out Sunday night. It looks like. Did you hang out Sunday night as well?
Yeah, we
Oh
stayed. We
boy.
left this morning.
Oh
So we
wow.
were yeah. The only day I missed was Thursday. We were actually me, my roommate, and the girlfriend were the last three out of the house.
Uh huh.
We were there for almost the whole thing. It
Jeez.
was exhausting.
So the actual event itself was put on by a lot of people. Obviously, Hookah University, I think, is the ones that kind of mained the entire meetup for the most part, weren't they? Now,
It was, yeah, the Hookah University turnout was by far the largest.
oh really? How many people were there about total? Do you think?
The room was bigger, so it's hard to gauge, but I
Mhm.
think there were definitely more people than there were last year. But I didn't really get a head count. I was too busy talking to people that I never get to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely north of 50, 60. There were a lot of people in that room.
Oh, nice. I'm getting a picture right now being sent to us by our good friend Jeremy from Hookah University. I'm going to go ahead and trigger this real quick. This is beautiful. We see the Avion, we see a B2, we see a Regal, and we see a white pair as well over there. There's a bunch of people in this picture. Adrian, you're over in the corner. Is that your girlfriend Rachel that's sitting in the back? And then also, I believe that is a guy. I'm not sure who that is. I've seen him around a few times. And then somebody else
Let's
in a
see here.
Zomo hat. I'm not sure who that is either.
Yeah, that's Rachel with her little head, and that's me and my sneaky ass. Wearing the same damn shirt. I only brought 3 shirts. I should have brought 5. I got the other shirt I was wearing soaked doing. I washed all the bowls out while everyone was gone
Oh man.
because there were like 15 people in that Airbnb, so it was like, well, all the bowls are dirty. That means 15 people are going to try to clean bowls when they get back.
Oh my goodness.
So,
Now there were some contests that happened there as well, correct? Thrown on by Nino from Mason Shishaware. As I don't know if there was anything put on from Hookah University for giveaways as well. What happened with the giveaways exactly?
there was a giveaway. I can't remember who won just the shirt, but no, it was the owner of House of Hookah. Naturally, that
Yeah.
won the random. There was like a raffle for a Phoenix shirt, and then someone got I think they got a shirt, a hat, and a. I'm pretty sure it was an Onyx bowl, but
Is it? Wait. Hold everything.
soon
Wait.
we'll put that one down for a second.
Oh my goodness.
You know who won that though? That was Paul.
Oh my Paul. What? Paul? Are you? I think he's in here. If he's not, then Eddie is at least.
It was a mixed contest.
Oh, good. Okay.
And there were a bunch of judges. Chris was actually in the contest, I think.
Cool.
But he was also doing some coverage for the event, so he was super busy.
Oh.
That dude was doing like half the work in the entire building.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, it was pretty cool. There were like 5 judges. Spree was out there; she was judging it. And yeah, they unanimously decided that Paul's mix was the best.
Oh my god. Paul packs an amazing bowl. As
Yeah, it
well.
only takes him like a day too.
Yeah, but it's totally worth it. It's absolutely worth it. He packs a stunning bowl, absolutely delicious. A wonderful job, obviously. He packed a great bowl when we were down in Vegas as well. See if I can get this picture to show up a little bit better.
He's packed both of our ring bowls actually.
Oh yeah,
The best session I've had with my ring so far was packed by Paul.
same
It was
here.
this. I don't know if you've ever had this. It's really hard to get a hold of. Matt Pear makes a tobacco, and they've got a flavor called Monkey Nuts, and it's a peanut butter flavor.
Oh man.
So he mixed that with some Dark Side Banana Papa. Holy shit!
Oh,
So good.
So let's talk about some of those tobaccos that you got to try. You tried some Matt Pear tobacco. They had that when I was in Vegas. I didn't get to try any, sadly. It sounded really interesting. But you smoked some Dark Side. What are some of the flavors from Dark Side that you got to try over the weekend?
Banana Papa is something everyone should try at some point in their life. It is pricey, but you start to realize the price is justifiable if you actually do long sessions. Because I thought Jeremy was bullshitting. He packed me a bowl in his mini Helix bowl, which is like super rare. There's only a couple of those out. I don't think they've actually released a batch of the mini Helixes yet.
Okay.
But he has one and he packed it for me. It was like 12 grams. And it was Dark Side vanilla ice cream or something.
Ooh, yummy.
And Dark Side banana papa. And it was, and a little bit of supernova, I think. And it was wild. But you can smoke that stuff for like 3 hours, even when you're down at like 12 grams. And it's weird because it's not like Tangiers, where after like an hour and a half, you're smoking Tangiers flavor. The flavor's potent the whole way.
Jeez.
It's actually nuts. Yeah, it was very good. I'm very impressed with the Dark Side now that I've actually had a chance to try it.
David is asking, did you try WTO? Did you try WTO? No? Okay. David, what is WTO if you can enlighten us in the chat? I didn't try it either. I don't know if you're asking me or him. J Rock says, freaking Dark Side is no joke. It is no joke. I can't wait. I'm actually expecting to get some Dark Side here pretty soon. So I'm super excited to try a bunch of flavors out. They had another new branded tobacco from Russia as well called Feargate. Feargate is a tobacco that comes in just tobacco form, and then it comes with the juices for it as well. And then you mix the juices with it, and then you mix it all together. You let it sit for 24 hours, and then you have hookah tobacco. Or here we
you
go.
mix it dry with the tobacco you already have.
Oh man,
let it sit for a while so they can kind of blend. A little bit of the molasses will seep into the frigate, and that is wild. So I went to bed for like an hour because I needed like a break, and I came back up. And the first thing I saw was Jeremy did not let me walk past. He's like, fucking stop. And he hands me his hose. And I'm like, all right, Jeremy, what are you smoking? I take a huge rip thinking this is going to be something I've like had before. It was frigate. I coughed my brains out because I didn't know what to expect. And then I promptly went into like, I felt like I had just done some type of a hallucinogenic drug. Like it was insane. It was absolutely insane. It was just straight frigate with the actual juice that they give you to mix with it. And it was... I cannot wait to spend some time with this stuff.
What?
The weekend was very busy, so everyone was smoking each other's bowls. It was mostly about talking face to face with people. You know, you were at the expo, so you had the exact same experience with those guys. So there wasn't a lot of time to pay too much attention to the tobaccos. So luckily, I was able to haul a bunch of shit and bring it back with me.
Awesome.
But by the way, anyone who's curious about the frigate stuff, I've got some for you, Matt. That's courtesy of the guys over at Hookah Uni.
Thank you.
They want us to do some testing on it, and maybe on our personal channels we'll do some in-depth coverage on the frigate stuff. That's some next level stuff. Like that's just straight up. Let's take the molasses out. Let's just give these guys cans of tobacco.
Oh my gosh, that sounds just absolutely bizarre. WTO is World Tobacco Original. It's Russia's new premium brand. It's that stuff that's like $20 for 20 grams. It's the stuff that comes in those really, really tiny jars. I don't know if you've seen it on the different sites and stuff.
They have like salmon flavor and shit, I think.
Weird stuff, yeah. Definitely interested in that stuff too. Obviously, Russia's doing some really unique stuff, both in their hookahs and in their tobaccos. So it's definitely excited. I don't know. That's just interesting. Let's see. David just said they have popcorn, waffle, cola, and so many savory flavors. That sounds very, very interesting for sure.
And you know, I would normally try to stay away from flavors like that until I had Monkey Nuts by Matt Pear. As soon as I had that, I realized I'm like, maybe you can make certain flavors work, because I didn't think peanut butter was going to work at all. It's actually one of my favorite things right now.
Really?
Like I wish I had a kilo of it. It's amazing. Seriously.
That's cool. So I want to get into that bowl that you showed off a second ago. Adrian, you're finally a part of the Cool Kids Club, it seems like. I broke mine recently, so you are the only member of the AM Hookah Podcast that has one now. But what is this bowl that you're holding, Adrian?
This is the Onyx
bowl.
Bowl.
Oh my goodness.
I was hashtag first in line. I picked this up off of Nino himself. And yeah, this is the new color. The lighting I have doesn't do this justice because it looks like it's black. This is the Midnight Opal color. And when you have lights going off of it, there's actually a layer of purple underneath this. And it just changes colors as you shine it in the light.
Oh, that's perfect for you.
It's just a stock. You know, it's a Mason Bowl. It's the Onyx Bowl. I've smoked out of these before. This is my first one that I've ever owned. And I never went out of my way to try to buy one. But having one, like having Nino go, here's 12 Mason Bowls, pick one. And me and be able to, here's some cash. Thank you. That worked out really well. So awesome. I'm pleased. I can celebrate Mason Mondays. I won't. I'm not going to do that.
You have to.
Could.
You have to now. There was a lot of people that finally got a Mason Bowl. Doug, good friend of the show, 3-Tip Gang, he finally got a Mason Bowl as well, which is super exciting, obviously. So that's cool, man. That's really phenomenal. I'm trying to get some questions out to you. Who are some of the people that you met and hung out with? I know Tristan was there, Badia was there, Paul was there. Who's some of the people that you hang out with?
So a lot of these people I met for the second time, like getting to see Chris again was awesome. It was really nice because instead of being able to spend like 8 hours with them, I was able to spend like 4 days with them. So hanging out with Chris and getting to know him better was an awesome experience. Same thing with Travis and Jeremy, all the guys from Hookah Uni. There were some people I met for the first time. Paul, I met him in person for the first time. And it was exactly like everyone's saying. The second you see these people, you just pick it up. Like, it wasn't even like, oh, hi, nice to meet you. It's like, oh, what's up, dude? Because we all talk so much. Same thing with Doug. Doug was awesome. He was exactly as he actually didn't bring a CGI in the machine, so his clouds were a little weak. But Doug's a pretty cool fucking dude. And Jewel, I got to meet Jewel. Who
Very
else is
cool.
there? Caleb, I got to meet Caleb for the first time. I wanted to smack him for all the fucking cactus.
Right?
But I didn't have the heart because he's actually a really cool dude. But yeah, getting to meet everyone was the actual best part of the entire experience.
For sure, for sure. What were some of the other hookahs that you got to try? Obviously, you bought a map pair. Was there any hookahs that you tried that you were surprised to finally get a smoke out of that you've never thought you were going to? Maybe a B2 or a Regal. I don't know if you've ever had the experience of those before.
Yep, I smoked out of Hookah Man James, the guy who owns Goldie's Hookah Lounge. I smoked out of his Regal Prince Diamondwood. That hookah was amazing. That was my first time smoking out of that particular model of Regal.
So open, right?
Very open.
It's crazy.
The B2 was almost too open. Caleb's crew brought a B2 out, and it was a gorgeous hookah. But that thing's almost like too open. There's some weird quality to the draw of that hookah that's nice, but it's almost too open for me to be 100% honest.
It's weird. It really is. I agree completely. I like a little bit of the restrictiveness after I smoked that, and even a Regal too.
Jewel brought this small MIG. It's a very small hookah. I picked it up. I felt like I was going to get jacked if I lifted it up 2 or 3 more times with one arm. Those things are heavy. The Avion, I got to smoke out of Travis's Avion.
I love
that pipe
the
is
Avion.
Actually amazing.
Love it.
The purge on that is very unique. It just purges straight up.
Never gets old. Never gets
everyone
old.
There has a DSH or DHS, whichever it is. And those pipes are awesome. Those things are way heavier than you think they are.
Really?
Those are very heavy pipe, yep.
Very cool. Man, this is just phenomenal, honestly. I'm so glad that you guys got to hang out and experience this and come back with all these stories, obviously. Okay, so we talked about like the giveaways and all that kind of stuff. What were some of the other things that just kind of happened throughout the environment of being there and hanging out with people and stuff?
Oh, man. Well, I can sum up all of the alcohol stories because there's plenty of those. Down into everyone was real fucking drunk. I saw my roommate and girlfriend get the drunkest I've seen them get in a long, long time.
That's great.
I was very, very intoxicated for most of the weekend. I spent more time under the influence than I didn't, which was actually very awesome. And that part of Chicago, it's nice because you can either Uber or walk everywhere.
Awesome.
So that's very helpful. And then, give me just a second here. I'm going to take a look at what Chris just sent me.
Okay.
I wonder if it's important.
Rose F. Death said, Adrian, thank you so much for the bowl you sent a while back. It smokes so much better than the cheap ass one that came with his cheap hookah that he has. So he's very thankful for that bowl that you sent him. And then Kenneth wants to ask, did anybody have an alpha there?
Alpha? Did anyone have no one brought an alpha, I don't think.
Okay.
But yeah, there was a lot of drinking. I don't think I've stayed up that late in a long time. There was a point where I realized it was like 5 a.m. and like I was packing another bowl.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, the weirdest thing that happened was I was actually a little disappointed to have to go to the meetup. And the meetup was amazing, but it was like all the people that I wanted to sit and hang out with the whole time were mostly there. So when I got to the meetup, it was really just guys like Tristan and Nino that I was excited to meet up with. But it was when we got to the meetup, we all just hung together.
Cool.
All the guys from the frat house. So that was fun.
He says he's going to look through some of his footage tomorrow, is what Dr. Noobsoft just said. Kenneth says you're missing out. The Alpha is a very cool hookah. Also purges straight up as well. Very, very cool stuff. You also tried a new Alpha Comma flavor that was there as well called Lemon Ginger.
Lemon Ginger.
I want to hear about this.
So that flavor is very good. Paul packed it, so it was obviously an amazing representation of the flavor. And it's exactly what you think. Alpha Comma's lemon flavor is mostly natural, a little bit riny, but it's also sweet. And then they had that ginger flavor, and the ginger immediately reminded me of the ginger from Coconut Ginger from Trifecta. Mm-hmm. It's a very good pairing, and it's a unique flavor profile because I don't think we have enough ginger stuff in the market at all.
I think what's it called has a ginger flavor. Who is it? It's Trifecta. They have a coconut ginger flavor. Hey, what's up, Badia? We just said we're talking about your flavor, and there you are. You show up as always. Your algorithm works perfect.
Sick algorithm, Badia. Bad idea. That guy parties hard. I got to spend a lot of time with Badia, which was really nice. Because again, at the last meetup, I was only there for the meetup. So he came into the house a few times to say what's up, bring some Alpha Comma. Badia, I did steal a couple of the flavors you left there, just so you know. I've got that lemon ice.
Very nice. Let's see, I'm trying to see if we're going to be able to take phone calls on this episode. I think we will be able to. I gotta change some settings around. No, get out of this. Oh gosh, I don't know if this is gonna work or not now. Can you still hear me?
It's a little quieter, but yeah, I can hear you
Okay,
just
good.
fine.
I just want to make sure that we can get the calls through because I think we're gonna start taking calls here in just a little while.
Yeah.
Eddie says ginger peel is what he says about the lemon ginger flavor. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, absolutely. I only smoked one bowl. I'm going to try to get my hands on as much of it as I can, just because I think it's going to be a flavor I want to keep in my rotation for sure. Um, Everything that's come out of Alpha Kama since I've known about them has just been very, very good. So,
That's fantastic. We are able to take some phone calls now if you guys want to call in. This is kind of a relaxed, laid back episode. Obviously, nothing too crazy going on for the most part. You can give us a call, though. Phone number is 319-527-3235. Give us a call and ask Adrian your questions, anything that you want to right now. My goodness, I'm trying to think of some other questions to ask you. What was the best flavor that you smoked over the weekend? Your favorite, was it the monkey nuts? Was it the
that's hard
okay?
because the Fergate flavor blew my mind.
What flavor was the Fergate flavor?
It was cold. I'm not sure what the exact flavor was because it tastes very much like tobacco.
Okay.
But it wasn't so much the flavor profile as it was the actual quality of the smoke. Very dense. It's what's the best way to put it? There's a lot of substance when you pull on a bowl of the Frigate, and I'm very excited to kind of dive into this stuff and experiment with it. Thanks again, Jeremy and everyone from over at Hookah Uni that let us take some.
That's awesome. I also had a question oh man, it was on the tip of my tongue. Did you try Supernova by itself? Oh, we got some calls. We got some people calling in right now. I'm going to mute a couple people. Hold on a second. We got the area code 256. Area code 256. Who is this?
My main man.
Hey, how's it going, B-Lou? What is up, B-Lou? So nice to hear from you, obviously. What are you up to, man?
Man, just smoking a little bit, man. Sitting here drinking a brew, man.
Cool. Adrian, can you hear B-Lou okay? Okay,
We're good.
Just want to make sure. B-Lou, they just had the Chicago meetup. Not sure if you're aware of that was going on or not. Do you have any questions for Adrian regarding the Chicago meetup?
I did, for sure. I had two questions for him. So I'm still on the quest for the perfect pipe, man. I'm still smoking out his OKM right now, but I'm still on the quest for a perfect pipe. So I want to know. I know you tried a whole bunch of pipes, and I wanted to know what's the best pipe that you try. Like, would you go with any of those pipes next, or I know you just picked up one yourself. So what would you go with? Number one, and I know Matt asked you about the best shisha that you tried too. I wanted to kind of follow on that as well.
Awesome. All right. Well, we'll get your questions answered off of the air. B-Lou, thank you so much for calling. Appreciate it as always. Don't forget to check B-Lou out on Twitch. You can find him at Hollywood Cole, streaming on Tuesday nights, doing a whole bunch of fun stuff. So make sure you go and check him out. Thank you so much, B-Lou.
For sure.
Take it easy, man. Thanks for calling. So yeah, as far as a pipe that I would pick up, if you are willing to spend between $250 and $300, which I think is a good place to be with a lot of these Russian pipes that I actually had the chance to try out. If I hadn't just bought this matte pair, I would say that I would personally pick up a matte pair. But if you're looking for something a little different, something that not everyone has right now, those DSH or DHS, whichever it is, those pipes are really solid for the price that they charge you. It's just under $300. I would highly recommend either the matte pair or the DHS.
And you can get those at Sky Hookah Distribution, correct?
Mm-hmm. I think that's the best source in the States right now.
Does it come with a vase as well as the stem, or is it just the stem?
You know, I don't know.
Okay.
I bought my matte pair with a base. So, and I would recommend the Lux base. Hopefully, I'm not picking that up again, but it's a gorgeous base. A lot of the guys that are in here that were at the meetup all bought one or two of them. Yeah, so that's the base I would recommend. But yeah, matte pair of DHS, you can't go wrong. These pipes are machined so well. The threading on these are just absolutely obscene.
And if you had to break down your favorite tobacco, what would it be?
All right, that's really hard. The Frigate was really good, but I wouldn't just recommend that people go and pick it up and try it right now.
Okay.
Just because it is strong, and I don't have any detailed opinions on it yet, other than I really liked it the first time I had it. But the best flavor I had, that's really difficult.
Lemon
I tried
ginger?
some. There's actually a new Azure flavor. It's not even new. It was just my first time trying it, and I think it was Bengal citrus.
Oh, I heard good things
Yeah.
about that.
I was sent home with some of it thanks to my good friend Jeremy. I think that's who gave it to me. Someone handed it to me and said, "Take this," because a few of the guys didn't like it, and I was one of the guys who was like, "This is amazing." But that might be my top flavor, especially one that's very readily accessible.
It's like the
That I
new.
tried over the weekend.
It's the new cashmere, isn't it? That's what I keep hearing about it. It's going to put cashmere to shame.
I don't know about that.
Okay.
That seems like I had some K Peach over the weekend, and I had some really good bowls with K Peach.
That's awesome.
So it's like that's still one of my favorite flavors, and I'm not going to be caught dead saying that anything can really kill cashmere. But it's a very good flavor. It's probably one of my favorite dessert flavors. And I had it in the dark line.
Oh, okay.
And I was very impressed. It performed very, very well.
Cool. We have another.
As a matter of fact, I had it out of this bowl right here.
Oh man, we got to talk about that bowl as well. That's the new. That's a new bowl that just came out that you can also get at Sky Hookah distribution as well. Man, we should get a sponsorship from those guys. This is area code 443. Who is this?
What's going on, you sexy devils? It's J-Rock.
Hey, J-Rock, how are you doing, man? What are you up to? What are you smoking?
Chilling in Baltimore, sitting on the porch, smoking some Alpha Kama, Mountain Breeze, and this bomb ice lemon mint that I'm in love with.
Oh man, those
definitely
are two very, very good flavors. Do you have a question for Adrian regarding the Chicago meetup that he just went to?
I did, but excuse me. Well, I'm gonna say a general question. Like, I'm gonna say this. My flavor palette has been changing, and I'm trying to figure out what's a good. I want to say like a season. I want to switch over like to seasonal flavors, like maybe like pumpkin. Like,
okay.
What would you suggest? Like, what brand to start with first? Because I don't want to buy something that's like, up there on price, and then when I get it, and then I'll be disappointed.
Yeah.
Like, what's a good brand to start with if you ever try like spice flavors?
Yeah, so you're looking for something that's a little spice and not something you'd have every day, like something a little seasonal. Okay, I think I can answer that.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. We're gonna take your question off the air. Thank you so much for calling, J-Rock. Appreciate it as always. You make sure and have a killer night, okay?
You know it.
All right. Take it easy, man.
So, seasonal flavors. I think I have an answer too, but I want to hear what you have to say about that. What do you think?
There's a seasonal flavor that's out right now. I think it's out right now, and it's for anyone who's never had it. It's Double Orange.
Oh, okay.
By Tangiers.
Yeah.
And that's I don't even know how to explain.
Isn't it anise and orange?
Kind of. It's weird. I don't even think you could equate it to double apple exactly. I don't know if it has that heavy anise flavor. It's not just orange. It's a crazy spice flavor, and I've only had it a couple times, but it's very, very good. Okay. Also, Dr. Noob's House did just drop that. Also, K-Peach, if you're looking for something a little spiced, K-Peach is a very good way to go.
Especially if you've never tried it before.
Don't expect... What was that?
Especially if you've never tried it before. It's something that I think is worth trying, even if you may land up not liking it because it's kind of a divisive flavor. But at the same time, I think it's worth every hookah smoker to find out if they do or don't like it.
Yep, and if you want to be safe, pick up some Foreplay on the peach with it. And when you mix those together, you get this kind of a floral, sweet peach flavor. Mix it with some cane, and you've got a stellar mix. That's Arby's favorite mix from over at Atmosphere, I think is the lounge that he runs.
Yeah.
But Chris does bring up that Heaven Leaf has a good pumpkin. Yeah. And Heaven Leaf's pumpkin was actually pretty good. I don't think that Paul liked it very much because the cinnamon notes come out like crazy in that pumpkin spice from over at Heaven Leaf. But that's really good if you want to try something that's not necessarily a tobacco flavor.
And I was going to say, if you're looking for a seasonal flavor but not wanting to get too scared away by what you might be getting, I don't know a ton of other brands that have a ton of crazy spice flavors or something seasonal, but I do know that Starbuzz back in the day had a pretty good pumpkin pie flavor. It's been a long time since I smoked it, so I don't know if I can stand by it still today.
Yeah, it's fine. It's actually a fine flavor. I've had it recently.
I always liked it back in the past and stuff, so it's something that I would recommend probably picking up if you're looking for a pumpkin flavor. I'm sure you wouldn't go wrong if you got Heaven Leaf, though. Not gonna lie, I love Heaven Leaf stuff. If you have a call, make sure you get those calls in. We're going to be taking them for just a little while longer. 319-527-3235. It's just talking about the Chicago meetup with Adrian. Make sure if you guys are enjoying the video, you drop a like down below, as Captain Wetbeard would always say. Make sure you share the video and let other people know about it as well. And if you're hanging out and smoking, man, take some pictures, or of you smoking and watching the show, and drop those in different social media stuff. We'd always appreciate that as well. I got another picture that I got to show off real quick. This has a Deadpool, Cheyenne, and Paul all hanging out. Let me get this going real quick. Hold on a second. Oh, this is great. There we go. It'll be popping up.
And J-Rock, definitely try the pumpkin something. That is a good flavor.
Who does pumpkin? Oh, from Trifecta. I've never had that. I'm sure it's great though, honestly. So, are you excited for the next meetup? Where are you hoping that you go to the next meetup at? Are you excited for another Chicago one to happen? How?
Yeah, I would love to see a Chicago one.
Okay.
I'm honestly hoping a lot of the people that came to that were super stoked to be hanging out with everyone. So I'd like to start to see some like for no reason meetups pop up, because a lot of these guys are central to some areas. Like some guys are in Florida. There's some people in Chicago. There's some people all the way on the West Coast. So if anyone fires anything like that off, I'll definitely go to that. But Hookah Expo Worldwide 2019.
Yes.
That's the next one I think I'm going to be hitting.
Can't wait. We got a phone call from area code 408. Area code 408. Who is this?
Your friendly neighborhood hookahologist.
How's it going, hookahologist?
What's up?
Tommy, what are you up to right now? Are you smoking yet, or are you still getting ready?
Oh, well, I just finished cooking dinner, and I'm packed Fallen Dragon with double apple. It's actually not even a bad flavor.
Which double apple are you smoking? From Alpha Comma?
Yeah, because I still haven't finished all the stuff you gave me.
Oh, man, I think I might have accidentally done something stupid. I apologize. I'll fix that in post. Anyways, so, Tommy, obviously the Chicago meetup just happened. Are you... is it something that you want to go to in the future? Obviously, you're there with Vegas at the expo, obviously. Are you going to do you have any questions for Adrian regarding the meetup?
Yeah, Adrian, other than your initial drunkenness, how much did you really enjoy it? Because it looked so much fun. Looked like so much fun, and since I work at a dealership, I have to work all weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard for me to go to these things. But how much fun was it?
We'll answer that off of the air. Thank you so much, Mr. Hookahologist, for stopping by and saying hello. We appreciate it as always. We'll catch you later, man.
All right.
Take it easy, man. Thanks for the question. Have a
All
good
right,
night.
so let's hear about it. Getting away from the drunkenness, how much did you enjoy your time?
It would have been just as fun if I was sober the whole time. It's October. I think it's the most fun thing I've done in 2018. It was honestly a blast. I had some local friends with me, which was awesome. And then, I don't know, man, you've got all these people, and it was crazy because we took a picture of it was me, Tristan, Paul, Badia, Doug, and Noob Sauce. And I was like, I looked at that, I'm like, oh, that's New York, Detroit, Florida, San Francisco. Like people who would never really connect like that. And just getting to hang out with them for a whole weekend, awesome. Yeah. I honestly wish I could do that just more. Way more, but unfortunately, once or twice a year is all you can really do something big like that. But it's the most fun I've had in 2018.
That's awesome. I really want to plan a meetup in Salt Lake with Mr. Brandon George from Stone Bowls. We've talked about it in the past. Obviously, it's something that we're still very much interested. Oh my goodness, Adrian, you're pulling stuff out of everywhere. Oh, let's talk about the ST bowl that you picked up. Let's take a look at that. Show that off.
I picked this bowl up over the weekend. And I picked it up. It was like an impulse buy. I saw it. I'm like, I don't have anything that looks anything like this at all. So I picked this bad boy up, and they had some really cool options. But I ended up going with this. It's an anglaise bowl, and it's kind of got that Don bowl thing going on where it feels like when they heated it, I don't think it's milk glazed or milk heated like the Don bowls are, but it's got a really nice texture to it. But I don't know I've only smoked out of this bowl a handful of times. But it's one of those bowls with a super, super thick rim. And the spire is actually crazy recessed. So what I noticed is that if you, and I can't remember who gave me this tech, but you drop a poker in there because it can be a problem to pack it because you'll get some tobacco in here if you're not careful. But this has the Egyptian bowl thing going on where you get a crazy saturated heavy flavor profile when you're smoking out of this. And the sessions are long because this bowl holds a lot of heat. The heat will travel down to about the bottom of the bowl, and it'll stay hot for a half hour after you're done cooking it. So this bowl is awesome. I would recommend anyone who can get their hands on one should.
I think it looks like a flower pot. I really like the look of it. I just
Yeah.
think it looks like a flower pot. And then you also got a stone bowl. Have you had a chance to smoke out of that yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
My good buddy over at the meetup, anyone knows Jeremy, super cool guy over at Hookah Uni. We were talking about stone bowls, and I was like, yeah, I think that's gonna be one of my next pickups. He just hands me this. He's like, dude, take this. I'm like, no. And Jeremy, you can't argue with that guy.
There is no.
All it would take is one, and I'm out. But yeah, I'm super excited to try these things. The dimensions look great, and I get it. Like holding a stone bowl, Brandon's work is just outstanding.
Oh man.
And now I have a relics bowl, a stone bowl, and a mason bowl. So do I win?
You win. You have won everything. You have won up even Paul at this point. It looks like. My goodness, that's absolutely fantastic. So let's get back into things as we were talking about. Obviously here, did you get to try Supernova by itself? That's what I wanted to ask you.
I'm not honestly. I don't know. A lot of people are smoking mints, and at a certain point, like when people are smoking dirty mint by itself, your palate just gets destroyed. And I smoked all kinds of shit, so I don't even remember.
You would probably remember Supernova because it hits you like right up here in your sinuses and just like goes all the way down into your throat. It's a pretty crazy experience. That's awesome. J-Rock just said, hey, Badia, if I can give you an idea, something that nobody has done, if you guys could make a hot chocolate flavor. Hot chocolate.
Okay.
That sounds good. Sounds very good. All right, so I think that's about it. That's all that I have, honestly, Adrian. Kind of a shorter show.
Out.
I can tell. You need some sleep and you need some water ASAP. It sounds like an absolutely amazing time to everybody that went out to it. That's fantastic. I'm so glad that you guys got to experience this. And if you've never been to one of these meetups before, I hope you have the opportunity to do it in the future in some way. Like I said, I hope we get to do one in Salt Lake City. I think that'd be fantastic. One of these days, Adrian, me and you got to be in the same room at the same time.
I know. We were I think it was Travis that was kind of rubbing it in that he's met me a few times, he's met you, but we've never met. And we do this every Monday, so that's kind of weird.
Yeah, Jeremy just said we missed you, Matt. I missed you guys so very much. It will not happen again that I'm not at one of these meetups. I want to be there for sure every single time. These are hugely important to our community and then just to hookah as a whole and what it is we strive for inside of the community and stuff. So absolutely fantastic. Thank you guys for showing up and being a part of the show, obviously. Make sure you like and share and all that fun stuff to the podcast. We appreciate it as always. Dr. Noob Sauce said, stay tuned for locations for future meetups. That's really cool. J-Rock says we need to meet up on the East Coast, an AM meetup soon. That'd be awesome if we were able to figure out how to do an AM hookah podcast meetup. That'd be cool. That'd be fun.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
One of these days, I'm sure we'll
figure
it out.
If there's one takeaway from this whole weekend, it's don't sleep on opportunities to go to these things because it's kind of like, in a weird way, it's like Comic-Con or anything that you would go to that you're like super enthusiastic about the subject matter and you're surrounded by people that are just as pumped as you, which is a unique experience. You don't get to have that every day.
Yeah.
So it's awesome.
Any final closing notes that you want to give about the Chicago meetup?
What happens in Chi-Town stays in Chi-Town.
There you go. I love it. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. We appreciate it as always. We'll see you back here next Monday as usual. We are a Hookah podcast that happens every Monday at 5:30 Mountain Standard Time. We appreciate you guys so very much. Make sure you keep on smoking and enjoying your guys' bowls. Until next time, we'll see you later. Bye.